What up? What up, people? It's your boy Triple BLACK, aka the number one stunner, aka the boss. You know what I'm saying? Testing something out real quick. I guess a discussion, forced monogamy, forced monogamy, and you know, I mean, I think I can speak on this because the uh, the I was married. I was married, and I understand this whole thing about forced monogamy. One of the most interesting videos that I watched the other day was um, I that's it was by Jordan Peterson, and the thing about it is like with women, they're always going to test your masculinity. It doesn't matter. It's going to test your masculinity. One of the videos that they were talking about was a video from this thing, Dead Ass Podcast or some shit. I don't even know what the. Let me. I have no idea how to fucking do this anymore. But anyways, let's see if I can. Let me see if I can share it. Was it screen share? Easiest is with two monitors. I don't have two monitors. I'm not even going to do that. But anyways, there was a video from the Dead Ass Pad podcast. The guy was talking about he was talking to his wife um and he was talking to his wife about why do women they force this this commitment stuff when they know that they can't um live up to the expectation of the husband, whatever. But the thing about it is if you ever been in a long term relationship, this is how they operate. This is how they operate. I mean, I remember when you first start dating a girl, especially if she doesn't have her shit together, she's gonna have like a shitload of issues. She's always gonna need money. She's always gonna need this, and the thing about it is there's always a promise to pay. There's a promise to pay this. There's a promise to get you back. Or how many times have you lent, other supposedly supposed to be a loan or something like that, some money, and they decided to, you know, they accepted it willingly, and then when you went to go collect, they felt like they didn't have to. And I mean, you got to understand how the women operate, and they operate from this I guess perspective of they don't think rules apply to them ever. Most women don't think that, especially if they think that they're giving you they're giving you some action. They pretty much think no rules apply to them. I mean, that's just how they operate. And I don't know how anybody would be surprised. I remember when when I was married, and when my wife thought basically I was the only option. I mean, she was the only option as far as whatever. um she definitely used that leverage. And the thing about it is like the worst thing you do sometimes is you ask for something. And I'm not in like whatever. Now, I'm not coming from that realm, but if you ask for something, if you ask for sex or you act thirsty and stuff like that, and they feel like they're keeping something away from you that's of value, then I mean, you're going to be in a losing position. You're just going to be in a losing position because they feel like you want it. So they're going to leverage whatever they can get out of the situation. It's just a natural programming of them. It's nothing. I don't think they do that intentionally, but I think it's just a natural programming of 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 women in general. That's just what they do. I mean, they program to get resources, and they'll use whatever to get resources. You know, and the thing about it is you got to understand. Hold on a second. You got to understand. Um, they are on a constant they constantly want to test your masculinity. That's just what they do. Jordan Peterson put that so great. They constantly want to test your masculinity. That's all they want to do. They want to do that. It's like their job. You know, it's like an instinct that they do. You know, they want to make sure that, I guess, that you are a good provider, a protector, or whatever. But that's just what they constantly do. They want to constantly, you know, they just want to test you. They just want to test your masculinity. They want to make sure that you put down, that you have the ability to protect. That's what they do. Is I don't think they just do that innately. You know, it's just one of the responses that they have. And you know, when you were looking at that interview, and I think it was funny that this became a very popular video that a lot of people are are actually doing reviews on. And what was crazy is like, if you ever been in a relationship and you try to corner your woman, or you try uh to yeah, I mean, just corner her or make her use logic for anything. I mean, when does she not defy you? I mean, she's going to defy you. And the thing about it is like, I see a lot of these people. You know, it's like this manosphere thing, and this guy, you know, they're like, people are making all kinds of assumptions about this guy, that he's a beta, he's weak, and he's doing it just because he's having a discussion. I was like if you're in a long term relationship, you know, honestly, when does your woman ever not want to defy what you have to say? You know, especially when it comes to that subject and stuff like that. You know, he was asking those questions, so I think it was funny, and I think being in a marriage, and I know exactly what this guy is going through. Um, and the thing about it is, after the child comes, you know, um, it usually, this, not this frustration, but this game that they're able to play, and especially with society now, especially when they do get the ring, society, everywhere they look, they are constantly being told that, they are the prize, that they're the prize, and they are the prize. You are the prize. It's like, even if you're at home, under the roof with the same person, you already got. There's nothing to chase. There's really nothing to chase. There's nothing. There's. They feel like at the end of the day they have all the leverage. Um, if I get the ring and I have a bunch of kids, you go out and cheat, and you get caught. Guess what? I'm getting the house. I'm getting half your income, and plus you got to start all over, and I'm going to get child support. I'm going to get alimony, because the system is. It's like you're. Imagine negotiating with a terrorist. You can't really negotiate with a terrorist. That's what I think society has really, 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 really made. A lot of these women are just little terrorists. They feel that they can kind of almost dictate whatever they want to after they got it. That's why it's, you ever like, it's just a simple thing. I mean, have you ever wanted something really, 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 really bad, and you got it, and you're like, I mean, just wanting it was I guess it the chase of it, especially if it wasn't accessible. it wasn't accessible, just like marriage. For a lot of women, they want that title. They want that whole experience so bad. I mean, the chase of it is so like just this kind of, just they just want that thing so bad. And a lot of times when they get it, they realize the responsibility that comes with it. And a lot of them don't. They just, it's just like women with accountability. Have you ever, like, for instance, what I was saying, when like, for instance, women make, I mean, think about it. When's the last time that you've been around a woman and she delivered on what her promise, delivered on what she said she was going to do? And this is not a like a female bashing thing. It's just think about it. If you've been in a relationship or had any woman and her promise or wanted to deliver on something, when was the last time that she actually delivered on what she actually said? There was no caveat. There's no exceptions, no nothing. It doesn't happen. It's not what they. That's not how they're built. They're always built to make some type of change. I mean, they're going to try to test your masculinity at every 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 step. When, like, for instance, if you think about it, when you first started dating a woman or whatever, she comes with all these list of problems. Her car is broken, or this, or she don't got no groceries or anything like that, or what type of issue that she had. And then she was like, oh, you know what, can you cover me this, and I'll promise you I got you on this. And it never happens. It never happens. And then, have you ever tried to collect on a woman? There's no collecting, because first of all, they won't. I mean, they feel like, a lot of them feel like, if they gave you some pussy, I mean, excuse my French, I mean, the bill is already covered. That's just how they think. I mean, that's just how they. I mean, and a lot of guys can attest to this. So that's just how they think. They already feel like their bill has been covered, or whatever. They don't really owe you anything. You if you get something from them, and then you want to get paid back, they're gonna use shaming tactics. That's just the world that they live in. The thing about it is like, because the average woman has all these, what do they call them, orbiters, and they usually, they're usually fixated on one guy, but they have all these other opportunities, waiting around them. The guy that they're fixated on. A lot of times, if the guy that they're fixated on asks them to deliver on what they promised, or on something, a lot of times well, why should I have to? Where these other three guys will doesn't require me to do this. So they kind of fight with that. It depends on what your value is. And a lot of times, and a lot of times, if they feel that the option, they are the only option, that you have, um, they will probably not cooperate. They will defy you. That's why the a lot of people wonder why, like, nice guys finish last, or the bad dude gets everything. Because a lot of times a bad dude has options, and they employ those options. So to them, they know that they either, it depends on what value did they see in you. If they see a lot of value in you, they know they must cooperate, because if they don't cooperate with you, you just go somewhere else. But if they feel like, like, for instance, the orbiters, that orbit around her vagina, and do everything, they're at their beck and call. She pretty much has a sense that, what, these people are always going to be here. They don't really have that many options, so I don't really have to deliver on anything. But the people that have options, really, I mean, it is so, sometimes when I, when people talk about this and you see people making videos about this stuff, it's so fucking elementary. It's crazy how elementary this shit is. I'm just baffled by how human social dynamics is not really that easy to kind of figure it out. It's just like, damn. Um, I the thing about it is what I thought felt was kind of crazy about this whole people critiquing this whole video was the fact that the guy that was married with kids and whatever, that like people started attacking him, and because he has they never kept the perception in context, because he was applying pressure to her and trying to make her answer certain questions and things like that. And she kept like falling in, and they're like everybody's projecting this thing on him. It's like, oh, he's like, he's the beta simp, or he's this, this, it really, like this thing about this simp behavior, or this word simp, has just been, um I don't know what the hell. It's just overused. It's like, God damn, boy. It's like, um like your happiness, everything about your happiness now, especially when it comes to these dating coaches and all this type of stuff, based on, I don't know what, I don't even know what it's based on. I mean, it's like, unless you have a like you have a harem of people, you're just, I guess, I don't even. But anyways, man, let me end this thing. All right, man. Make sure you guys check out my page, man. Make sure you guys like.